what my morning routine looks like to hold me accountable to delivering on my mission. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Podcast. Go over and check it out. If you're a podcaster and you like listening to podcasts in your workouts in your car, I put a lot of episodes out both on Monday for motivation, get you going for the week, and Wednesday interviews with key entrepreneurs throughout the country to give you the advice, the tactical data you need to make changes in your business. So go check it out. Give it a listen. Give it a like, maybe even give it a review. Go crazy, man. Help me out. But I appreciate you guys. The audience has obviously grown a lot. And it's been really cool to watch and see and be a part of. So thank you so much. But I get a lot of questions around my discipline, my mental toughness, and it all comes up back to my morning routine. I'm very diligent in that. I follow the same morning routine really 6 days a week. Sundays I sleep in a little bit. We go to church typically. But here's what my morning routine looks like. Everybody I think should do three things. I think you should work your mind, your body, and your soul. I think those are three things. You got to get loose. You got to get warm. You got to get going. You got to get ready for when the day throws things at you that you can't control. You have to be in as good of warmed up state as possible. I compare this to playing sports. If you're a pitcher or a quarterback or really any athlete, your routine, your warm-up routine should be the same so that every time you enter a game situation, your body feels similar. Or if you warm up differently every time, your body's going to feel different every time you compete. And so every day I'm competing in my business. I'm competing to help clients. I'm competing to get my mission out there. I'm competing against my competition. I'm competing against yesterday's version of me. I'm always competing in my business. There is no off season when you become an entrepreneur. Kind of one of those little dirty secrets no one wants to really talk about. There's no off days. There's no off seasons. It's just you're on all day, every day. But I want to be ready. Right? I want to be warmed up. I want to be ready to go mentally, physically, emotionally so that I can conquer the day no matter what's thrown at me. Because no matter what you do, no matter what your morning routine is, you're going to hit obstacles in your day that you were not prepared for, that you were not ready for, that you were not really set up. And it's going to be a distraction. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be all those things, right? So for me, this is what my morning routine looks like. I'm really big on triggers and transitions. I've talked about it in other videos. I probably need to do a full-length video on it, but I'm big on triggers and transitions in my day. What are certain triggers that create activity and what are certain transitions that create activity? So as an example, I'm big on getting to the gym 30 minutes before it opens. The gym opens at 5. I'm in the gym parking lot by 4:30. I do that because now I'm stuck sitting there no matter what I want to do. I cannot get into the gym until 5 o'clock. That's my 30 minutes to read. I read every morning from 4:30 to 5. Sometimes I'm there at 4:15, 4:20, but I'm always there by 4:30. So that forces me to get out of bed on time. My alarm goes off at 3:44. Don't ask me why. I've always been big on alarms being odd numbers. There's no round reason for that. It's just 3:44 is the time the alarm goes off. I know that gives me time to get up and get going. This isn't part of my morning routine. It's part of my evening routine, but I always set my gym clothes out. Not being able to find socks or underwear or the shorts or shirt that you were looking for is super frustrating, especially when you're that still kind of groggy and tired. So I always lay my clothes out the night before. So I get up, use the bathroom, put my contacts in, put my clothes on, get in the car. First transition, right? Getting to the gym. That 30 minutes is for reading. I'm there, right? So from 5 to 6 is my exercise time. From 6 to 6:30, I'm typically in the sauna. I use that as a transition and a trigger again. So when I get in the sauna, I do my meditation. I send out my morning text message to all my clients. Every morning I send a text that goes to all the WinRate clients. And that's part of that trigger and transition. So I set myself up for success every day. So I've read, I've worked my mind, I've worked out, I've worked my body, I've meditated, I've worked my soul, and I've kicked myself into work mode by sending out that text message to my client base. So at that point, by the time I leave the gym, because I don't go straight to work when I leave the gym. I go home to dad mode, which is not always easy. It's hard. Some days are better than others. But from that perspective, this allows me to be ready. I'm warmed up. My mind's right. My body's right. My spirit's right. I'm emotionally ready to go to take on the challenges of the day. This does not make my day easier. The challenges still show up. It just makes me better prepared to handle them, to think clearly, to communicate clearly. Because everybody knows that feeling. When you wake up late and you're rushing through your morning, you're 5 to 10 minutes late for that first meeting, you really never recover that day. You're feeling behind the 8 ball all day. It's you're just feeling like you just keep getting run over and run over and run over. I like taking the day, I taking charge of the day, being warmed up, being ready to go, being who I need to be the person I want to be, to set the standard and be the example of what a champion looks like in all aspects of life. It's just one of those things. For me, being ready. So for you got to figure it out for yourself. Maybe you got to get up a little bit earlier. Maybe you got to restructure your morning meetings, but you have to take control of your morning so that you're ready to go when the day shows up, because you're not in control of that. It's going to wear you out. It's going to get in the way. It's going to make it hard for you to feel like you're getting ahead. You have to start in control. I do that same routine Monday through Saturday. Saturday's a little bit later because the gym opens later. So I get up a little bit later, but I still follow the same routine in the morning to make sure that I'm ready to go for the day no matter what happens. So if you have questions on that, reach out. We can figure out what works for you. But having a consistent daily routine so that you're warming up your mind, body, and soul for the day, incredibly important. Using the triggers and transitions is the biggest part to hold you accountable to being consistent with that. So I have the triggers and transitions in the morning to click on those certain activities so I'm ready to go when I need to be. That way I can be ready to help you guys win fast and win often.